how's it going? Welcome back again to the 80s Movie Den. So for this episode, I just wanted to talk about some pickups that I recently acquired. My wife and I went to the local antique market and spent about a good hour walking around, and I picked up a few items to add to my collection. I picked up some VHS tapes, of course, and I also picked up some Hot Wheels as well. If you recall, in a recent video, I mentioned that I started picking up a few Hot Wheels here and there again, mostly premium stuff. I think I've been bitten by the bug. I've recently started to accumulate a few more Hot Wheels cars as well, but mostly premium models, and I've kind of centered my focus on 80s stuff, 80s playsets, 80s catalogs, VHS tapes, and of course 80s die-cast cars as well. I feel as if I keep myself in a box, so to speak, when it comes to collecting die-cast, I think I'll be pretty safe. There's millions and millions of cars to collect, and it can get out of hand pretty quick. So I didn't manage to get any live footage while I was in the market, but my wife was kind enough to take some pictures of some of the items that we saw. Not all the items that she took pictures of, obviously, I purchased, but there were a lot of cool things in there. So she took some pictures, and I'll be kind of placing them here and there throughout the video. We saw a lot of cool stuff. As always, when you go to an antique market, there's so many neat things to look at. We did see a lot of things that we've seen many times over when we've gone. There's not a lot of stuff that necessarily sells. I think a lot of the vendors there, there's items there that I'm sure that they've had sitting there for probably years, to be honest. The last time we were there was almost about a year ago, and we recognized a lot of the items that were in the booths. They were literally in the exact same place. So, but yeah, we'll get started. I picked up some VHS stuff, and I was really happy with the pickups, and prices are always really good there. So this I didn't pick up at the antique market, but I thought I'd highlight it now since I'm highlighting my other VHS tapes. I got this really neat Hot Wheels VHS from 1990, and picked it up at our local thrift store here. And it's called Heroes on Hot Wheels. Now, it says right here, it says, exclusive special edition Hot Wheels car included with this video. And it says collect all 12. So of course, I went on eBay and I took a look, and there were 12 VHS short cartoons. I think it's about 45 minutes. There's a couple of episodes, and on top of the VHS tape were actual die-cast models, and they were encased in plastic. I went on eBay, like I said, and I saw a lot of really cool pieces, but they're a little bit pricey. I'm not willing to spend. I might get one, maybe two, but to collect all 12, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, the average price is around $50 to $60, and neither the VHS or the car is worth that much. If there's best offers, I might try to lowball a little bit and see what I can get, but I might just collect one just to add it to the collection. So, but yeah, pick this up, pretty neat. And let's go to the movies now. This was a movie that I really liked growing up. It's not an 80s movie, but it's Damon Wayans and Bruce Willis in The Last Boy Scout. This movie's really fun. It's really high-paced action and quite a bit of comedy in it as well. So The Last Boy Scout. I've wanted to add it to my collection for quite some time, so I'm glad I was able to find it. And it was $3, so can't go wrong. This is a classic. This is a movie that I've never really seen in its entirety. My wife actually spotted it, and she picked it up and just handed it to me. I was like, get this. So So yeah, Slapshot. I believe this movie came out in '77, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, somewhere in the late '70s. And this is a classic hockey movie. The Hanson brothers, of course. And I will pop this in the VCR because I really want to check this movie out. But yeah, it gets, it gets some good reviews. It's a fun hockey movie, and I'm glad I was able to find that one. And then I'm a motorcycle guy too at heart. Love motorcycles. I've ridden motorcycles, and this movie probably started it all. Easy Rider. So Dennis Hopper and oh my goodness, I know his last name's Fonda. Peter Fonda, my goodness. Yeah, so Dennis Hopper, Peter Fonda in Easy Rider. This movie came out in the late 60s. I believe it was 68 or 69. Awesome movie. Just a couple of hippie dudes on choppers, riding their motorcycles across the country. No attention to time or anything like that. Just open road and some sick bikes in this movie. So yeah, Easy Rider, classic. So those were my VHS pickups. Very happy to pick those up. And then I picked up 3 80s Hot Wheels. And this one is 1982, I believe. And it's the Baja Bug. The black wall tires. These are really neat. I love the Hot Wheels back in the day because they were all metal. Most of them were anyways. They were all metal. There was no plastic. They don't make them like they used to, obviously, but I probably had this when I was a kid. I had a huge Hot Wheels collection. It was one of those, one of those toys that were affordable for all parents. They were less than $1, and they provided hours of fun. They started to get a little bit more expensive when the play sets and stuff came out. But these toys I remember having as a kid. These are fantastic. This is the blown Camaro, black wall as well. I think this is 82 or 83. Again, not in the best of condition, not in pristine minty condition, but just an awesome piece to add to my 80s die-cast collection. And then we have a Porsche here. And this is, P928 Porsche. And this is around 82 as well. Black wall tires, of course. Paint's a little bit faded out. There's a couple of little chips here and there, but it's just got character. Just an awesome piece. Another addition to my die-cast collection. Yeah, like I said earlier in this video, a while back I had mentioned that I started kind of getting into Hot Wheels again, and I'm really excited to make a run at a few Hot Wheels, and I'm looking at some play sets and stuff like that as well. So, but those are awesome pieces. The VHS tapes were great. I think altogether the damage was about 20 bucks. So for 20 bucks, you can't go wrong, right? So I'm glad to add all those to the collection. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would highly recommend the antique market in Waterford. It's a really cool place. I've mentioned before, the Woodstock Antique Market is also an awesome place to go. It's a lot bigger. There's 3 floors. The Waterford one that we were just at is 2 floors. But you can, if you take your time and you really go through stuff there, about a good hour and a half, and you could really enjoy yourself. There's all kinds of things in there. So, and there's stuff tucked underneath tables and, on top of shelves, and, you got to keep your eyes open because if you don't, you'll miss stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. I have more shorts coming up. I have more videos coming as well. Some more Hot Wheel videos. I've got some sports cards videos coming up as well. A few more VHS pickup videos, and of course my 80s album videos, and who knows what else. Just stay tuned, and we'll see you soon. This has been the 80s Movie Den, and as always, we'll catch you on the next one.